Good afternoon, colleagues. The top will aiders is present approach. What will be presented by my partner Itzel Rendon Galindo and by Mariana Tenawa Perez. Our purpose is our purpose is to publicize the importance of the process approach in such a way that in process they need for process management to better adopt the need to improve the competitiveness of the organization. The important point that will deal with depressions are from the definitions of the process about is a process at that activity that was results and that is managed in order to allow the important elements to be found into results, as well as the identification and classification of how one of the in order to continue what the map of process that takes changes. It is very important that we know this topic. The focus of the process and trains in the depth is in the very teaching and can be of brands, gestational and strategic, utility trained or trained as well as professional life. Management comment. Management must be aware of the needs for this process management system. The critical factor is this point in the day to train and train to lead change. Managing command. Managing must be aware of the needs for this process management system. The critical factor at this point is the need to train and train to lead change. Yes, and train. The management team receives training related to process management and they are the tool of change for the people who depend on them. Management objectives is based on ensure that a company employees feel confident of this process and do not feel obligated. Process identification based on the analysis of a link interaction with the organization, staff and external clients, and the background of the process is carried out. Classification. Among the processes that have been identified, it is necessary to define which are the key processes, the striking process, and the support process. Process make the relationship between the process must be visited. Subplot diagrams of all the processes that are necessary of the quality management system are suited. Ending the activity to shrink it. Key process alone us do systematically increment our policy and shrink it. To do this, adopt intermediates is create widely stretched objectives and the interest group in such a way that the relationship that exists between the individuals. Establish result indicators in the process. Decisions must be based on information about the results achieved under prints goals, which will allow align the activity to the strategy. Key process allows you to systematically implement your policy and strategy. To do this, a double entry matrix is created with the strategy, objective, and the stakeholder in such a way that the relationship that exists between them is defined. Maintain result after having archived the maintenance dynamics in that key process. Other are shown at the area of expectation is explaining to Rachel all the organization process. Establish results indicators in the process designs have to base on information of the result archived.
and the plan goals, which will allow analyze the capacity of process and system, as well as knowing complying with the expectation of stakeholders and compare your own organization with the performance of others. To have this information, it's necessary to define what KPIs are the more adjust to your needs and must be measured. Carry out a pilot experience. This step consists the limits test to develop the implementation, which let you see that they are based on the change of the organization structure from hierarchical to flat. Managers stop acting as supervisors and become scales. Employees focus more on the needs of their customer and lessons on the standards set by your boss. Use of resource and technology. Without further ado, for the moment, we appreciate the attention paid to this document, hoping to have your participation.